Do you want to know what the 4 stocks are that Michael Burry sees value in? I'll tell you what, everybody. If you don't know who he is, Michael Burry, I'm assuming you know who he is. Michael Burry is a famous investor. He has been around a long time, but basically he was one of the main characters in The Big Short. The Big Short was a movie in 2015 played by Christian Bale, who did a great job, and he became famous for shorting the mortgage industry, really the subprime mortgage industry, back in 2005. Michael Burry is kind of known for being a little bit of a pessimist and shorting certain things when they seem overvalued. But right now, here we are. It is July. Everybody, it is July 7th in 2022. And we've had the first half of 2022 be absolutely horrendous with stocks and growth stocks and really pretty much everything in the markets, right? And Michael Burry, I've heard him say that he still thinks that things could fall. We're halfway there in terms of his view about how bad things can fall. He believes things won't get better until 2023, but he sees value in 4 stocks, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take you into those 4 stocks, everybody. What's going on? How are you? This is John. I do videos on investing. You're going to also see some videos on credit, and I'm doing more videos and content on short and medium-term vacation rentals, specifically Airbnb and VRBO as well. I've actually done 700 short and medium-term vacation rentals over the years across many properties over Southern California, and I'm coming out with, like I said, content and also maybe some products and services even for that vertical in that realm. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you into the article and I'm going to tell you these 4 stocks, and then after that I'm going to show these to you in in the Scion Asset Management 13F. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Okay, here we go. A cold, dark place. Michael Burry thinks the market has plenty of room to plunge, but he finally sees value in these 4 stocks. Full disclaimer that one of them is, I don't know why it says he sees value in it because he's got a put on it. But basically, as we can tell here, Meta and Google, right? So basically Facebook, Meta, Alphabet, Google, right? These are 2 that he's actually seen value in, and he's taken big positions in his portfolio. Tech and growth stocks have been out of favor nearly half a year. Adding these 2 stocks to the portfolio for the first time is a contrarian move. Burry's portfolio now includes 6,500 shares of Google, parent company Alphabet, and 80,000 shares of Meta, the parent company Facebook, the parent company of Facebook. There is 4th and 6th largest holdings, respectively. Just so you know, this article was pretty much today or the last couple of days. And if you look at the 13F, which is actually filed in the end of May of 2022, it represents holdings as of the end of Q1. Those holdings are actually higher than what they just said here in the 6th, and the 4th. The move could be seen as a vote of confidence in digital advertising, and also a signal of undervaluation. Both stocks are trading at roughly 13 and 20 times forward earnings, respectively. The next one is Booking.com, which used to be Booking Holdings. Travel website Booking.com, now the 2nd largest holding in Burry's Scion Asset Management portfolio, bought 8,000 shares of the company in the first quarter. Booking stock is at a price to free cash flow ratio of 17. Cash flow yield is as high as 5.9%. As international borders reopen and lockdowns ease, Booking can be an ideal bet in the rebound of global travel. I'm going to go to the next one because Apple's not really, I don't know what they mean by seeing value in it because he's got a very large put on Apple. They do. Warner Brothers Discovery, symbol WBD. Giant Warner Brothers Discovery is now 3rd largest holding in Burry's portfolio. He added 750,000 shares in the first quarter. Merger of Discovery and Warner has created a global content juggernaut. The conglomerate holds right to iconic characters such as Batman, sports channels in Europe, HBO, and CNN. The stock is down 44% because of concerns about debt and competitive landscape and online streaming. However, the company expects to generate 3.65 in free cash flow per share by next year, which would be a 26% FCF yield at the current value. So if we take a look at it, basically the last one is Apple, everyone. And what they have is they have a huge put on Apple. If you're not familiar with what a put is, A put is the option or the right to actually sell the shares of the company. So if you take a look here, as you can see, this is lowered a little bit. This is the 13f.info. Michael Burry is the notable person. Basically, it is Scion Asset Management, Q1 2022, 13F. Only 12 holdings, everyone. So you take a look at Apple. It's a put. Option type is a put. So value is 35 million, 206,000 shares. So it's a put option, right? That is a big bet against Apple. That's just kind of crazy. All right, so you got the second one here, and this is again, this is his most recently filed 13F, Bristol Myers Squibb, then Booking Holdings. Discovery, because I guess Warner Brothers and Discovery merged, it might be a different symbol now, but as you can see, that's really the third largest holding at about 18 million. And then after that, we got Google, which is number 5, and then Meta is number 7 right there. If you do like WBD, we can see here their price is 14.52, market cap of 35 billion. Their 52-week range is 12.77 to 31, so really pretty much right there at about their 52-week low. As he said earlier in the article, it's fallen about 44% here in 2022, everyone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take you into my spreadsheet. In the spreadsheet, I actually have done some numbers on Alphabet, Google, Meta, Facebook, and then also you're going to see some for Apple. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take you in there, and we're going to talk a little bit about the numbers here. Okay, here we go. So we got Facebook Meta right here, and then we got Alphabet right here. I'm also listing Apple because to take a big bet, I mean, I can understand Apple's the biggest company in the world, and it's actually fared pretty decently here in 2022 as everything else has come down. So logically, there might be some room for it to come down since it's so big, but it still is just, its dominance is just unbelievable. And it's still, when I took a look at their numbers, the most recently reported trailing 12-month revenues compared to the end of the revenues of 2020, again, those 12-month revenues of 2020, it's still a 40% plus year-over-year annual growth rate there in revenue. And also, it's the number one holding for Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway, right? So if you take a look at it, though, one of the things I do like to do is I like to take a look at the actual 12-month gross profits and divide that into the market cap so I can kind of really come up with relative valuation. I do favor growth, and I do favor technology. I certainly like the big ones, right? But I do like to see what the gross profits are, and I like to see what the gross margin is. Facebook Meta is really almost unheard of with that 80% gross margin, 80.34. Very, very unique. Not that many companies have that high of a gross margin. I mean, pretty much the closest one that I can see is right here, Salesforce.com. Simple CRM. But anyway, so if you take a look at it, it's actually valued pretty low. I mean, Facebook Meta has come down to about 50% of their 52-week high. So, Michael Burry, who is obviously, known for being, shorting things and being a pessimist, is actually, taking a big stake there in Meta. So seems like there's some pretty good relative value. If you take a look at Alphabet, same thing, the actual annual market annual gross profits into the market cap, it's about twice the valuation in terms of looking at these, which are the most recently reported 12-month revenues divided into the market cap. So yeah, so I actually like both of them. I've tried to kind of increase some exposure to Google. Additionally, Google is going to be splitting their shares 20-for-1 on July 15th, which really is just going to make it easier to buy a little bit of Google if you'd like, or sell a little bit of Google if you like. For example, if you don't want to sell one share at $2,300, you can sell maybe a couple shares after they're $100, right? And then as I said with Apple, pretty much is what it is. Very healthy gross profit margin at 43 plus, and then annual year-over-year revenue growth rate of 40.62. And as I said, also it's the number one holding in Berkshire Hathaway and Warren Buffett's portfolio. So there you go. Those are the 4 stocks that Michael Burry sees value in. And again, Apple is not, it's not really a long position. He sees value in actually, taking a put option. So it's not really, he's not seeing value in terms of taking a long position or actually buying the shares. He's really just obviously doing a put option, with Apple. But those are the 4 positions, Alphabet, Google, Meta, Facebook, Warner Brothers, Discovery, and then also Apple. So there is Michael Burry for you, everybody. Hopefully you guys like this. If you like hearing about investment ideas and exciting investment news, and I do some nitty-gritty research, consider subscribing to the channel. If you actually like that information, go ahead and give me a like on the video. I do actually have a background in investing. My first job out of college was Merrill Lynch. I did some investment banking after that, and then also worked for Sun America here in Los Angeles for 3 years. And also myself, I'm an individual investor with a good track record. Got 5 10Xs to my record. A lot of those actually have come down a lot here in 2022, but I still do have 5 10Xs to my record, and I've been investing in stocks since 1989. Everybody, if you have any question, put it in the comments area. Otherwise, have a great day.